Greetings. This is Turkey Dog, the international vlog of a 13-year-old boy moving halfway across the world to Turkey. Yo, Turkey Dog here. Sorry for the irregular upload schedule. I still haven't quite adjusted to doing a daily vlog. I have been meaning to set aside a schedule for all my YouTube and vlog stuff. I was doing some filming yesterday around the streets of Turkey, and I'm planning on splicing that together with some streets of California, and just doing a comparison video of the two. So you probably noticed no glasses. I actually don't usually wear glasses. It was just my vlogs. It was one of those days where I did put on my contacts because I was being lazy or whatever. So I actually wear contacts in my eyes. So life's going on in Turkey just the way normal life does, you know. Here's a funny clip that I recorded today as I was at the Turkcell shop again because they did some other stuff I'll get to later. There's a guy at the Bodrum City Center who sells ice cream, and he has a really funny way of making his sales pitch. So that's right here. Ice cream! Yeah, so about the Turkcell incident, on Monday or Tuesday or whenever I said we went to Turkcell. Turkcell is a provider. Before I had said we're gonna go to Avia, AVA, however you pronounce it, but what happened was they didn't exactly know how to register our phones in the correct manner, so we decided to go with a provider that actually has experience in registration with phones. And if you realize the AVA shop is empty, and we've heard from more people now that AVA is not an ideal cell carrier. So we decided to go with Turkcell instead. It was kind of a last minute decision, but it's what we went with. So as you can see, I have this little Turkcell rider logo right there. And so we went ahead with Turkcell, and they registered our phones just like they're supposed to. And we had to pay the tax at the tax office, which is the Vergi.ac, and I have some pictures of that tax office in the vlog post of this video, which is where I hope most of you guys are watching, because I have a lot of stuff that goes with my videos there. I don't really focus on the YouTube description much. I just use YouTube as a method of getting the video onto the internet, and then use the embed code into my actual blog, which, by the way, if you don't know, is at turkeydawg.blogspot.com if you are watching this on YouTube. So yeah, we went to the tax office. We have to get a tax number, and which is similar to a social security number. Then you need to pay the tax and bring the receipt to the Turkcell shop, and they will register the phone. I've gone over this procedure before. So we got the registration done. Then the next 2 days afterwards, yesterday as a matter of fact, we got a text. We all got text saying that our phone has not been registered and is going to be shut off on May 13th. It'll be blocked from the Turkcell networks. We brought our phones into the shop today, like freaking out, like, hey, we paid tax and everything, and you know, gave you our passports, and you registered our phones. So it turns out that they went online and checked that our phones are in fact registered, and that message just goes to everyone as a reminder to register your phone if you haven't already done so. So we went to a really nice restaurant yesterday in the city called Yalıkavak, and that's just really fun to say, Yalıkavak. Anyway, so we went there, and they have what's called home cooked food. So there's basically this woman who owns the shop, the little restaurant, and she actually has like her home pots and pans on a stove behind her, and she's cooking food every night. And you know, it's a pretty decent priced meal, and it tastes really good. That's we had that yesterday, and they give us like rice, chicken, curry, yogurt, and tons and tons of bread. It's a really tasty meal. Highly recommended if you are visiting in Turkey home cooked restaurants. So yeah, then we walked around in Yalıkavak. I have a picture of the windmill, which will also be in the blog post. There's a big windmill that used to be operational in Yalıkavak, and it's no longer operational, but it used to be operational, and then the architecture committee restored it as a landmark. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, don't think that this is professional background right here. This is just the wall. there's shadows and everything. Looks professional, but it's just the wall. So, my dog's becoming more and more of a turkey dog. He's mingling with the other dogs. At the Bitez Beach, Bitez is the town that we're in. At the Bitez Beach, there's there's a lot of stray dogs here in Turkey, and cats too, for that matter. So there's a couple of dogs at the Bitez Beach that, I don't know, think they're the kings of the beach or something. So whenever my dog walks by, they just start barking at him and they run towards him. So you have to, like, you know, pick him up and go away because they just won't leave him alone. But, you know, that's pretty much the only mean dogs we've encountered towards our dog, you know, that doesn't mingle well. I'm sure there'll be more along the way, but that's expected in any city. We put him on a new food. It's called Goody, and he's really been enjoying that, finishing all his food pretty fast and such. So something I like about Turkish people here is that the system of calculating storage on a computer is goes as follows: bytes, kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes. Forget what comes next because no one uses them. Only the government. So instead of saying gigabytes here in Turkey, they say gigabytes. They pronounce the first G as a J, so it's really funny, and I've started saying it myself. I have a 300 gigabyte hard drive on my computer, or I have a 4 gigabyte SD card in my camera, or a 2 gigabyte flash drive in my pocket. You know, it's kind of fun to say gigabyte. So, yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Funny about Turkish culture, Turkish pronunciation, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, we've been taking the bus around. Today we had to return our rental car back to the airport where we rented it from, and there's supposed to be an airport shuttle that comes from there to the Bodrum city center, and it never came. And also the main mode of public transportation in Turkey is called the dolmuş. So it's basically a minibus. You know, maybe 20-30 people can fit on one, and goes around, and it's pretty much like a bus system, except they're all privately owned, and, you know, they're not as fancy as modern day buses. Like in big cities, there's no stop request button. You kind of just have to tell the driver, please stop, I want to get off. And you have to, like, pay the fare. They're one of the, yeah, so we had to walk like half an hour from the airport to the freeway. So then on the side of the freeway, we picked up a dolmuş to the Bodrum city center, and then we had some errands to run, including the Turkcell run that we made today. And then we picked up the other dolmuş back to our place, which, by the way, the bus stop is down 2 minutes walk down, 5 minutes walk back up to, like, almost a vertical hill. So it's pretty strenuous coming back up. Not an ideal place for a bus stop, because there is a bus stop right next to our house, but the bus there only comes 3 times a day. So that's, you know, really have to time it out when you're gonna go somewhere and when you're gonna come back, because if you miss that bus, you have to walk up the hill. But, more of that later. That's pretty much what's been going on, so, turkey dog out.